In this video, we're going to be taking a look at FX-7, the medical droid for the Power of the Jedi line. Another droid action figure or character that's been high on my list of action figures to get for quite some time now. Mostly I've just been shopping around for a couple years now at this point and just trying to find a decent price for him. That time has finally come. So FX-7, from my understanding, to this day, even though he is a 24-year-old action figure at this point, he's still the most articulated 3 3/4 inch action figure that Hasbro has ever made. And he does need to be in the vintage collection as part of the original 96. Not sure how that's going to be happening at this point. I know it's been rumored or mentioned before that Hasbro might not even be able to make this action figure anymore because of the small arms and the new codes and regulations that go into action figure making. Hasbro might not even be able to make this anymore. I have read posts before from people suggesting that perhaps Hasbro could just do like a dumbed down version of FX-7 without all the extra arms and things like that. They could just do maybe a few of them. I'm not sure. But hopefully Hasbro does find a way to get FX-7 in the line at some point. Regardless though, this action figure is, in my opinion, still up to modern standards. You really can't improve much more from this action figure here. The only thing that Hasbro could do is just maybe a new paint job, for instance, just make him look maybe more vibrant or things like that. But otherwise, he's pretty much perfect just from what I have seen so far. So we have the iconic Power of the Jedi packaging. This was one of my first exposures to Star Wars action figures back in the day. The image of him from Empire Strikes Back here. Now, even though he is from the Hoth sequence, when I think of FX-7, I think of the original Battlefront games. He was the medical droid, always on the maps, alongside the Gonk droid that acted as the ammo droid. And I will get these two side by side here towards the end of the video. Figure right there, he is quite a large droid. Then for his description here, we have the multi-armed medical droid FX-7 was stationed at Echo Base on Hoth, serving as an assistant to the medical droid 21B. FX-7 played a crucial role in saving Luke Skywalker from a vicious Wampa attack and a night spent in the freezing temperatures of Hoth. Thanks to FX-7's excellent medical treatment programs and the Bacta tank, Luke's life was spared. And there is an action figure set of Luke in the Bacta tank here. I think it was from maybe Power of the Jedi as well, or Power of the Force, one of the two. And the other action figures from the line. Do hope to get all three of these at some point. I have the variant of the officer with the blonde hair reviewed on the channel, but I would like to get the one with the sideburns too. I know this Rebel Trooper is in a pack that was in Saga Collection or 30th Anniversary, one of the two. And this Queen Amidala would be nice to have as well. Although this might be the decoy actually. Let's just go ahead and get them open here. And he doesn't have the card like some of them do. Like I think Shmi Skywalker might have had one. The Theed Queen Amidala had one. And you can see some of the elastic bands here have deteriorated over time. And he did tape down his arms a little bit here. Tape is a little bit on the sticky side. Meaning like feels like it's deteriorated a little bit over time. Feels good to finally have this guy in hand. I have to clean him off a little bit. But really good sculpting work. Not too difficult of an action figure to sculpt, quite frankly. Paint details look nice. This is probably like a $4.99 or $5.99 action figure at the time, but I have no doubt that Hasbro will charge a deluxe price for him now, even if they did do a new version of him without all these extra arms here. Yeah, each arm here is counted as a separate point of articulation. It does have a bend at the arm there like that. I think he might fit in with the cantina displays that I have in mind as well, at least for the streets of Mos Eisley scenes. Still need to get that set. Hopefully here soon. Yeah, look at all that. A lot you can do with this guy. Of course, if you actually want to rotate his head there, this extra arm here with the claw, you'd have to have the arms down most likely. We can have them displayed in the background like that. Here's the base of him. And this screw here on the bottom that's most likely attached to the head rotation here. Would recommend being careful with these arms. They are very thin plastic and very fragile, so I imagine they could break somewhat easily. But yeah, you can see this base here rotates with the head. It's pretty much the only, besides the arms, that's the main point of articulation on his body there. Dome on top. Yeah, and no swivels or anything like that, just a couple hinges here and there mostly. Leave some of them up here. Something like that. But that's all I can really show with him. Just really glad to finally get this guy in the collection. Great background character, and if I ever make any Battlefront game displays or anything like that, or finally get the Battlefront 2 clone and droid packs, this guy will definitely fit in perfectly with all those. Yeah, this arm rotates as well. Bring out a few other characters here real quick. Here he is alongside his friend here, the Gonk droid or the ammo droid. Not exactly the one we see in the Battlefront games. That one is more of the tan one, which there is one in the Saga collection. But at least their colors kind of blend in together here, and they look really good. And if you've played the original Battlefront 2, most of the standard clones are the 501st, so we can pretend that he's injured in the battle. He's to stand by the medical droid here to get healed up. But if you're a fan of background characters or anything of that sorts, or a fan of droids even, or just some very obscure characters that Hasbro wouldn't normally make, especially with this many points of articulation. I forget what the exact number is, but like I said, as far as I know, he's still considered the most articulated 3 3/4 inch action figure that Hasbro's ever made. So quite an impressive feat. But would definitely recommend him for your collection. He can be kind of pricey in the aftermarket. Like I said, I've been shopping around for him for a few years, and while I didn't mind paying above retail for him, I didn't really want to spend like $30 or $40 even. But I paid about $15 for him, I think, after taxes and shipping and everything. So I feel pretty good about that. So if you're interested in this guy, just shop around for a while, and eventually I think you'll find a decent deal. But anyways, that concludes this initial review of FX-7. We'll have many videos featuring him in the future, so stay tuned for all that. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate your support, and check out the links in the description if you haven't done so already. And as always, thanks for watching.